Hey guys, we're back for more Dark Souls 3, and as you can see, we're back where we beat Oseros, the Consumed King. Hello, B-Roy, the first boy in the chat. And I think I mentioned before, when you fight the... oh god, what are they called? Drake Knights? Yeah, the Drake Knights, and you beat one of them, if you come back here, you get to take their armor from where we got the Path of the Dragons emote. I can find it. I never use it. Everybody always uses this emote all the time because they think it looks neat. It looks hilarious with my armor, but we're not going to use it. So let's teleport back because it's probably faster than walking. And then teleport to the Archdragon Peak and continue down. How you guys doing? You guys having a good day today? Everybody having a good time? So we are going to beat up some dragons. That's kind of the entire point of today's episode. We're going to beat up some dragons. More than one, really. If you consider one of them to be a dragon. So let's... god, where is it? There it is. Dragonkin Mausoleum. Oh my goodness. I fucking hate Super Mario Sunshine, says Hourglass. Well, good for you! Because this isn't Super Mario Sunshine. It's Dark Souls 3. Alright, so I really don't want to fight who's going to be summoned, so we're going to go up here and kill the dragon summoner. And hope that she didn't spawn someone horrible like Havel. Please do not attack me, thank you. Oh my goodness. Alright, who did she summon? Is a question I would like the answer to. Oh, they're probably coming up this... oh, no, they're over there. Alright, so that's a singular Drake Knight, which is a lot better than fighting Havel. I don't know why there's this shortcut here. Dark Souls 3 has a lot of really useful shortcuts, or useless shortcuts is what I meant to say. Like, what am I ever gonna use this for? At what point in the game would I ever come back down here? Let alone take this specific elevator, you know? What did the dragons ever do to you? Well, the dragons haven't really done anything to me personally. Like, I don't have a personal problem with them, it's more of just a thing of principles. The fact of the matter is, if I show up here, they're gonna start attacking me. And look, see? Like, I didn't want to fight that boy. He came over there and attacked me first. That was entirely his decision. He's the one who glitched through that wall. I didn't say, please glitch through this wall and make me eat shit because I haven't played the game in 2 weeks and don't remember what the controls are fully. It's not true. I know the controls. I'm a little rusty. But Christ, do you see that? That's why they need to die. Because of shit like that. Because of shit like that. It's awful. Alright, no kill the dragons. There's a dragon in Dark Souls 2. I mean, it's optional to kill him. He's the hardest boss in the game. But I mean, we're not playing Dark Souls 2. Admittedly, the dragon in this game is pretty hard too. But we're not gonna fight him for a long time. That's the DLC dragon. We're gonna... oh, fuck. I really don't want to have to fight this guy. I really don't want to have to fight you, bud. If you could just... okay, please... please, that's the best strategy. If you don't want to fight anything, you just run away and hope that they don't question you. Did I grab the ring? There's a ring over here. I don't know if I grabbed it. I don't want to run down there and risk getting attacked, you know? Oh, fuck. Where is he? Oh, he's over here now. He thinks he's clever. Okay. Ah! I suggest you play an easier game or get good. I'm getting good. I mean, I haven't been hit by this guy yet. Granted, I don't really want to fight him. My god, this area, do you see this, the weird, it's like jittery when I'm in this area? It's this entire dragon area that's like this. I really don't know why. Well, I don't know if I have the ring yet, so I'm just gonna go over here and attempt to grab the ring before he notices that I'm here. Okay. If you do this in front of this, then you get a ring. I don't know if the game... oh, okay, I just got it. Alright, so that's a Calamity Ring. There is no reason to wear it unless you like having a bad time, because it makes you take more damage from everything. It's just to make the game harder. So, of course, we're not going to take it. Because I don't need this game any more hard than it is, you know? Oh my god. Is he gonna follow me down here? He's gonna follow me down here, isn't he? Oh! Yep, he is. Okay. And there's gonna be a boy over there. And there's gonna be another boy over here. And I'm just gonna have to, run, I guess. Okay, alright, yep, Oh, yes, 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 I do understand, good sir, please. Yes, okay. I don't think they can climb ladders, though. I think they're too dumb to climb ladders. I was correct. Okay, well now I take less lightning damage if I wear that ring, so not very useful, but good to have, I suppose. Let's just keep going. I hate waking up at noon, says Dash. You know, I woke up. I was so fucking lazy. I woke up the other day at 1:30 in the afternoon. Granted, I fell asleep at like 4 in the morning. But I just felt like such a useless piece of shit, you know? I was just like, damn. Is that what I'm doing with my time? Like, is that how I'm using my time? Granted, I stayed up and was streaming. So it's not like I wasted my time, you know, I had a fantastic time streaming Friday the 13th as I always do. Such a weird— oh, hello! Hey! I didn't know you were here for whatever reason you're here. Hey. Kerfuffle. I do not want to get in a kerfuffle with you. I wish more people used that word. I wish people used more silly words like swell and kerfuffle. Damn it. The slowdown on this boy. I also can't even get up. Okay. Hey! You whiffed your shot like a dingus. That's cool. Ow. It'd be really cool if you whipped it some more. Hey, bud. This is what's called being out of practice, my guys. But fucking 1:30 in the afternoon, you know? Like, who does that? Is this the return of Spicy Boy? Indeed. What are we doing? We are going to be fighting the boss of this area, which is not this fucking guy over here, but he might as well be because they're so strong. Oh, hey. That little roll that they do can completely fuck you up if you're not careful. Hey, oh, ho, ow, ow, so much damage. Ow. And then they just hit you and you can't... you just can't move, see? It's great. They just, like, stun-lock you to death with their tiny little inching forward thing. Roll over here, you little bitch! They're actually pretty counterable. Like, they have, like, built-in counters. If you kick them over, then they just sort of roll away. But they're actually kind of annoying to deal with. So we're gonna be fighting the boss of this area. When do you usually wake up? I usually wake up around, like, 10 or 11. Oh, fuck. Please do not fire me with your big fire dragon boy. Hey, bye. I mean, technically he's a wyvern, but really I'm not gonna fight him. There's no point to fighting him unless you want more souls. These boys are gonna do that. Hey! Bucko. I'm gonna need you to cut that out. Thanks. Alright, well there's an item over here. But this boy's in my way. And there's another little guy over here. They're cute, but they're obnoxious, you know? It's that jump. It's that little jump. Ow! 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 Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, that's what I get for being a top-tier shitter right now. My girlfriend wants to watch Baywatch, but I think it will be shit. Should I? Well, what I can tell you, I've been around for a while, watched a lot of cinema in my day. It's gonna be shit. It's gonna be garbage. Just don't do it. I really don't want to have to fight the naked boy right now. She's gonna summon in the naked boy, isn't she? Yep, there's the naked boy. What I'm gonna do is run by, because there's a bonfire. So, I mean, you should probably take her to the Emoji Movie. Not because it'll be good, it won't, but because the Emoji Movie will at least be hilarious in how bad it is. Baywatch will be shit, I can guarantee you that. We're basically... I keep getting interrupted when I'm answering your question. What are we doing today? We're gonna fight the boss of this area, who's one of the harder bosses of Dark Souls 3, so that's gonna be fun. And then, depending on how long that takes us, shouldn't take us too long, we're probably gonna head back over to the DLC and get as far in that as we can. Oh, shit, I didn't wait for her to summon her naked boy, alright. Let's let her summon the naked boy again. Probably as good as Wreck-It Ralph in the Lego Movie. Do you guys like Wreck-It Ralph? Because I really like Wreck-It Ralph. Now, I like parts of Wreck-It Ralph. I don't know if I'd say I really like it, because the more I think about it, the more I have problems with the film. But I do really like Wreck-It Ralph, you know? There's just parts of it that just I can't stand at all. Hello, naked boy! Oh, please don't stab me! This is the naked boy. His special ability is that he doesn't wear clothes and then dies really fast. But he drops a good rapier, so there's that. So that staff that she holds is actually a really rare drop that only that particular enemy can drop. Oh, hey, what's up here? I just forget that there's stuff over here. So it's a really rare drop if she drops her staff. And it's a good item to have because you can trade it with the crow for, I think, a shield. But it's a thing that you want. I just don't have it. And I'm probably going to farm for it off-screen because it is admittedly kind of... Go down the ladder. Admittedly kind of difficult to farm for. Time-consuming is the word, right word. No, I mean... Wreck-It Ralph is really rad. It's a good movie, and I like it. It's just... I have problems with some of the voice work in the film. Some of the people that they chose for specific voice lines. You know what I mean? Like, I can enjoy a movie and not like an actor who's in the movie. But Wreck-It Ralph skirts real close to that Tony's not having a good time sort of deal. So this is Havel. And if we can manage to kill this guy, we get his armor set. The last one that we killed, we got the weapon and shield, but we do get the armor set if we kill this guy. It doesn't spawn on him, but we can pick it up later, so I'm just gonna dive in. Hope I can take this guy out before he realizes that he's stronger than me if he just uses a shield. What I should do, is try to bait him to put his stuff down. If he goes into power-up mode, then he'll only two-hand, which means he doesn't have a shield, which means I can hit him for more damage. Alright, come on. I heard that the Lego Batman movie was amazing, and I just never got the chance to see it, which is unfortunate. So have you guys heard about what the next game that FromSoft is going to make, the makers of Dark Souls? They're making an Aztec game. It's called Phantom Whale. Is that, I don't know if that's confirmed or if it's like a heavy leak right now or if it's a thing that's happening. I don't remember. But they're making a thing right now, it's called Phantom Whale. And it's based on like Aztec mythology and Aztec culture and all that shit. So I would love a game, a Dark Souls game, set in an Aztec setting. Everybody is really bummed about it. They're like, oh, that's such a shitty idea for a setting. I wanted like retro future Japan or something. I'm like, why the fuck do I want another game set in goddamn high school Japan or some shit? How many games can you name that take place in goddamn Aztec, you know, Mesoamerican bullshit? How many games can you name with that theme? I bet you can't do it at all. You can maybe name one. Like on one hand can you name all of those games. So I'm pretty sure if FromSoft made a game, you know, with that as their theme, it would be cool as balls, and I would love to play it. So let me put on my not taking damage ring from falling, and let's hop down here. Ooh. Phantom Whale, as in, you know, like a ghostly whale. Oh, I forgot I can't kick with this sword. Okay. Great magic barrier. You are stuck, my boy! That's just what you get for being a shitter. Bye. No, but it sounds like such a neat idea. Why do so many anime take place in school? Like, school is fucking shit, man. You know, it's Really, like, it's just, it's really overdone. People keep saying, I want a Dark Souls game set in, like, Japan, you know, and, like, everything's kind of broken, and it's, like, we're fighting in, like, ruined buildings and shit. Like, they want, like, Fallout 3 mixed with Dark Souls, you know, but in Japan. And I'm like, why? You know? I'm just saying, in terms of, like, it's not even just video games. In terms of media, do you recommend I get this game for the PC? I would recommend that if you're going to get a Dark Souls game, it would be... If you're going to get Dark Souls 2 or 3, get it for the PC. If you're getting the first one, get it for a console, unless you're clever enough to get the mod that fixes Dark Souls. The original Dark Souls on the PC is hot trash without mods to fix it. But Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 3, perfect on the PC. Definitely would recommend it. Yeah, I can absolutely recommend this game to you. If it's your first Dark Souls game, I'd say don't play this one. I'd say play the others in order and work your way to this one. But no, I'd totally recommend it. Absolutely, my guy. Whoa! Whoa! Hey there. I'm just saying, like, I don't need any more, you know, shit happening in Japan like in high school video games. I don't care if it's got a Dark Souls formula. I don't care if it's dark and edgy. I just don't care about that setting. There's just too much shit in that setting. It's not even just video games. It's just like media in general. Like all like fucking anime. All of it is like in high school, you know? Like Christ, give me something else, you know? That's all I'm saying. Aha, this is who I wanted. Hawkwood the Deserter. So we're gonna have this guy basically do all the fighting for us. We already have a Japanese Dark Souls. It's called Nioh. Oh yeah, yeah. And then there's that game. Like we don't need. Granted, that's like, you know, ancient Japan. You know, that's like samurai swords and shit, right? That's not modern day Japan. I don't know all that much about that game, admittedly. All I know is it's, you know, it's basically Dark Souls, but like Japanese and, you know, samurai swords and shit. Which is basically just regular Dark Souls anyway, because all the weebs love to use, you know, my anime swords, guys. Let me guys tell you a story about the weeb who got fucking destroyed at Kineticon last year. So at Kineticon, the convention in my home state of Connecticut, there is a sword fighting competition. Now this is like old medieval, you know, recreating sword fights, all right? You know, from back in the medieval times. So this kid shows up, right? And they give him like the fake prop sword. This guy shows up in a trench coat and fedora, and he goes, holding the fedora as if to tip it, he goes, I want to partake. You know, so they give him one of the swords, right? They give him one of the swords to do it. And he tips his fedora at the nearest lady, I shit you not. He actually tips his fedora at a lady, at a milady. And he takes the fake little, like, wooden sword, right? And he essentially sheaths it like a katana, as if he's going to whip it out like a katana. He's got it sheathed like that. His hands on the sheath, as if he's gonna unsheath it, and do like some sort of intense anime slashing move, okay? So, before he goes, like, they blow the whistle. They blow the fucking whistle. And the guy he's fighting smacks his hand immediately with the sword, with the prop sword, and they give a point to the guy who smacked him before the kid could even unsheath his katana. Is not katana, I should say. And then he got fucking wrecked. He didn't score a single point, and he left with very bruised hands. Now, I didn't actually see all of this happen. This was told in grand detail to me by my friend Dane. He probably told the story on stream about a week or two ago when I was streaming with him. But I just love the story so much I have to tell it again. I just love the fact that the kid showed up in a trench coat and fedora and then actually tipped his fucking fedora at a milady. Like, I can't get over that. My goodness. No, this is a story that was told to me by Dane, my buddy. Now, he could have very well stolen this story from somewhere else. Hell if I know. But, I would like to point out that this is not, in fact, an OC story. Which is weird, I generally try to tell OC stories here. You can't anime in real life, you really can't. And don't even try, like, if you're trying to, you know, to do that in real life, you may need to rethink some of your life decisions. Alright, Hawkwood, go over there and fight the enemies for me. I'm actually impressed that Hawkwood managed to kill most of the enemies. I didn't even have to do a lot of fighting there. He did most of that. And he didn't die. Oh god, look at that slowdown. You see that skybox over there? Oh god, the slowdown with that skybox is so bad. Oh my goodness. Alright, well, we killed all the enemies. The important thing is we gotta go over here. This is the really important thing and the whole reason we're here, really. Besides fighting the boss, of course. So this particular item right here... Oh no, where is it? Is it not here? Oh, well. Oh, I forgot. We gotta come here later, right? Or do we... No, do we do the emote and then we get it? Yeah, that's what you do. You do the emote first. It spawns the second time you come, and you don't need the emote the second time. Alright, so you do the emote. Then you get the Twinkling Dragonstone torso. Now this is pretty much a garbage tier item in the game. It lets you turn into a dragon. It turns your torso into a dragon. Basically turns your entire body into a dragon, actually. And the dragon head lets your face shoot out fire, like dragon fire. So, it's pretty trash, though. It's not a good item, but we're gonna go back to the shrine. Because we need to get the second part of the Twinkling Stone. It's a pretty neat part of the game, and it's really easy to cheese. So, actually, let me open my inventory again. So as you noticed, I have the Dragon Headstone, Dragon Torso Stone. These are just regular ones, right? Now this is the Twinkling Dragon Stone. Now this is important because we don't have the Twinkling Head. Now the only way to get the Twinkling Head is to earn it in a duel, and the only way to do that is to find the person who's requesting a duel. So let's go ahead and get the item.
You've returned. That crestfallen ass Hawkwood, he handed me this. He's changed a great deal since he left this place. Graven of face.
So, Hawkwood Swordgrass. So let's go ahead and check that item. I know we're kind of moving a little fast through what's happening right now. I apologize. Bloodstained Swordgrass of Hawkwood, the Deserter of the Undead Legion. Traditionally, the Undead Legion of Farron sends the gravest of messages using Swordgrass. Come to the Mausoleum in Farron. Only one can take the path of the Ancient Dragon. So right the fuck out of nowhere, this guy challenges us to an honorable duel. And essentially, if we lose the duel, we lose our stone. So we kind of have to win. But it's super easy to cheese, so I really wouldn't worry about it. Let's just do that right now before we do the final boss. So, Farron Keep. No, Abyss Watchers. So he's gonna spawn here. It's a really easy fight as long as you cheese the fuck out of it, which of course we're gonna cheese the fuck out of it. Why would we not? You know. How many times have you beaten Dark Souls 3? Oh, that's a good question. A few times. A minimum of a few times. I've beaten Dark Souls 3. Do you get his hat if he dies? I mean, we get the other stone. Essentially, he has the Dragon Head Stone, and I have the Dragon Torso Stone. And if he beats me, then he gets the Torso Stone, and then, you know, leaves, I guess. Gotta be honest, I've never lost to this guy before. So I don't know what happens. I know that he takes your stone. I don't know if you can get it back later. I was under the impression he leaves the game forever. And if we kill him, we get the stone, so no big deal. He's gonna talk shit, and we're not really gonna pay attention to that.
Well, I've decided to stop running from my fate.
Okay, bud. So this guy's really easy, mac and cheesy to fight. And let me explain to you why. Because he's too stupid to understand how to get through this doorway. So what we're gonna do is bait him over to the door. He's gonna try and fight us at the door. And I'm just gonna keep throwing shit at him. And he's also got 8 Estus Flasks, by the way. Which is hilarious to me. Whoopsie. Whiffing 2 shots, that's not good. And we're using a spell that takes so much. Whoopsie! I didn't mean to light you on fire, my guy. Except I did. He's really fucking dumb. We don't get his fedora because he doesn't wear a fedora. Which is dumb, because technically the dress code for his little gang is a fedora, you know? Hey, bud. Too stupid to use the door, I see. That's okay. I know you tried. And that's all that matters. Oh, you little bitch. I would have had him. I would have had him on that last shot, and I wouldn't have had to keep cheesing him now. Magical. What is this? A door? What is this sorcery? Hawkwood the deserter. Hawkwood the too stupid to know how to use a door. See, like legitimately, he's kind of a tough fight, if only because he heals really, like, a lot. But, he's too stupid to know how to use the fucking door. Enthralling gameplay, I know, right? Like, I could fight him legitimately, but if I can have the option to do this, why the fuck not? Whoop! Yeah? You're a dragon more than I. See, dragons know how to use doors, guys. Dragons know how to use doors. That's why I won that fight. Not every dragon knows how to use doors, but only the good ones. So we're gonna go back to the shrine. We actually have a few things to do. Best game. Best game, yeah. There's just so much shit like that in like every Dark Souls game. As soon as you learn to abuse the AI in a Dark Souls game, everything becomes immediately not threatening in the slightest, and that's always amusing to me. Whoop. So we have one last thing, and then we're gonna fight the boss, which is, I told you if we beat Havel, then we get Havel's armor, so we're gonna go ahead and grab that. Which should be at the Old Wolf. It's where we fought that giant rock demon. The armor is right over where that rock demon spawns, so... So this is that intense strat. I don't know, it's like a intense... It's an action-adventure game, definitely not a game of intense strategy. Really. I wouldn't call Dark Souls a game that requires strategy and planning. I think it's a game that requires muscle memory, because as soon as you learn everything, like as soon as you learn everything, that's when the game becomes easy. That's why people always say, oh, dude, Dark Souls 2 was easy, Dark Souls 3 was easy as fuck, but they started playing at Dark Souls 1, or Demon Souls even. Like, whatever Dark Souls game is your first one is gonna be the hardest, like, usually. And then everything after that is gonna be easy as shit. Now, admittedly, I've played a little bit of Bloodborne. I've played Dark Souls 2, and Dark Souls 3. And, I've played 2 and 3 on release. I played Dark Souls after it came to the PC and then got fixed. And I've played a little bit of Demon Souls, and legitimately, Dark Souls 3 is real easy. Like, it's not a difficult game. I would certainly not describe it as a difficult game. But I genuinely believe people who complain that Dark Souls games just, like, keep getting easier, it's usually because the first one they play is gonna be the hardest one, because they all function the same, you know? Mechanically, these games are pretty much the same. Unless you move from, like, you know, Dark Souls to Bloodborne, which is quick. It's all about being quick. Where? Here we go. Great Belfry, who? Man. Someone mentioned chips in the chat. Is this weird? Does anybody else here eat tater tot waffles? If you don't know what a tater tot waffle is, here, let me hook you up with the best food ever made. You take a waffle iron, right? You take a regular old waffle iron, you fill it with tater tots, and then you just leave it in there as if you're making a waffle. And then it squishes the tater tots down into a waffle shape, and they sort of fuse together while cooking, right? And then you just have a big tater tot waffle, and it's delicious. And we're gonna go ahead and start this cutscene. The Belfry. The old faithful. I guess I'll take you. I don't know if he is faithful or very old, but why not? Excuse me, Sprudy? Oh, he's got a purple beard. Oh, well, I guess I'm not taking him. I didn't want that guy anyway. Fuck him. Should I just take the old faithful? He looks like a confident boy. He's using old, you know, High Lord Wolnir's helmet. Now this is a boy. You know, he's taken style over substance. He's got just a straight sword and a chime. It looks like. You know what? We're gonna take this guy. This guy looks like a true warrior. So let's go ahead and just dive right in. Is there not a cutscene? I could have sworn that there was also an intro cutscene for this boss. I guess not. Hey there, bucko! Oh, he's already whiffing his shots. This is the true power of the old faithful. Alright. Hey there, bud! Nice fucking whiff there. So the whole thing of this boss fight is you gotta hit this bird boy on the head. This is an actual dragon. Oh! Fuck. This is a dragon, if I recall, not a drake. Oh no, this is a storm drake. That's what it is. Not a dragon. It's different than a regular drake, though. That's the important thing. Did I hit him? Oh no, I whiffed it. Man, after I talk shit about that guy whiffing it. Eat shit, bird boy. Whoop! I mean, if you try to hit the drake anywhere that's not the head, it doesn't really do too much damage, so... Where you going? Now, again he does it, again. Oh shit, this guy just countered. What a cool, wow, what a cool guy I was about to say until I got butt blasted. Oh! No! The depth perception in this boss fight is also ridiculous. You never really know where anything is. There we go, that's the cutscene, I was waiting for. I was waiting for that one. No, bright side, you can't tell everybody the quick lore or else it'll spoil the surprise once I've killed him. Oh, fuck. He's gonna... Oh, okay. Whoa! So I'm just gonna... Yup, okay. Hey, bud. No, please don't attack me. Please don't attack. Oh, fuck, he attacked me. Ow, shit. Admittedly, this phase of the fight isn't too hard when you have another person, because this guy is really tough when you're by yourself. He's not really tough, I guess it depends. Depends on the person, but I think he's a decently tough fight. Oh, just not if you're by yourself, or with somebody. Being with somebody makes pretty much all the boss fights very easy. Hey bud, stop ruining your own statues. It's a little rude of you, don't you think? Oh god. Which boss do you think is the hardest in the game? Well, it's a little cheap to say. Oh no. But the Spear of the Church fight can actually be really hard until they nerfed it. I guess it's not too hard anymore. Oh damn, he riposted him. Absolutely beautiful. What a cool guy. He riposted the boss, and now I just get to get a bunch of free hits on him. Oh god, put on the ring so we get more shit. No, 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 not that. Yeah. There we go, cutscene time. Yeah. I do want a screenshot of that. How's that not an automatic death? There's only one character in Dark Souls that really gives you an automatic death, and that's the dragon from Dark Souls 2. Not Chest Boy! What did he do to deserve this? Oh, man. Every cutscene is really good when you just have a big tongue. It's the hero we need. It's the hero we deserve. We didn't get our souls yet. There we go. So, legitimately, I think the hardest boss in Dark Souls is probably the dragon from Dark Souls 2. I don't know. I have a lot of difficulty fighting him. The hardest boss in this game, though, I don't know if I would describe, Dark Eater Midir. Dark Eater Midir is the, last dragon alive, period. And we're gonna have to fight him. He's in the DLC, spoiler alert. But he's pretty notorious at this point. He's a very tough fight. I don't know if I'd call him tough because he's strong, but just because he has too much health, you know? That's his problem. It's not so much that it's a hard fight, because once you learn his moves, it's pretty easy. The fact of the matter is that he hits really hard, and he has a lot of health, so eventually you're gonna fuck up and then just get hit and then die instantly. And it really doesn't feel like it's hard. It just feels like an endurance fight. But I guess I could say he's the hardest. Besides him, I don't know, the Storm Ruler, the guy we just fought, is pretty hard. If you're by yourself, of course. Now, interesting bit of lore behind that guy. That guy that we just fought, that is the son. That is actually the god of war himself. The son of Gwyn. Now, if you don't know who Gwyn is in the Dark Souls lore, you should probably know that. Gwyn is pretty much the guy who originally lit the bonfire. He killed, you know, the dragons. He led a war. He's basically God. He led a war against the dragons and killed them all. Now his son, it's a little bit of complicated lore, so I'm just going to give you guys the basics on it. His son didn't really approve of him doing that. Kind of went off and joined the dragons, and we just kind of killed him. But he's the son of Gwyn, so that is an important thing to know. There's a lot of really interesting lore surrounding that, so I would please recommend you go and read up on it. It's really cool. I would start telling you about it, but, you know, I don't know all that much about it. Honestly, I wouldn't even recommend watching videos if you want to know about lore. Legitimately, I don't think you're gonna get as much out of the lore watching a video out of it as if you were reading it. See you later, Gurcakes. Thanks for dropping by. But honestly, I think reading up on the lore is a lot more beneficial to you if you really do care than watching videos on it. Like, there's a lot of really good and concise articles written on, you know, on like the subreddit for Dark Souls and blogs and shit. It's everywhere, you know. I would honestly go looking there before I start recommending any videos. It's really hard to find lore in Dark Souls that's not biased or has stupid shit in it either. Like, it's hard to find, like, there's generally things in the lore that you can't argue with. You can't say shit like, oh, Gwyn wasn't the first person to light the fire. Like, that's definitive, you know? But a lot of the stuff, if there's any sort of wiggle room, people start putting in stupid bullshit and start putting in their own opinions, and that's really when it starts to fuck up other people trying to know about the lore. So it's kind of hard to find some good articles, you know. I just subbed, if it matters at all. No, that's great. I'm glad that you subbed. That means you're enjoying the content, and I'm glad you're having a good time, my guy. Alright, let's go ahead and... Well, I always make spells and rings before I make weapons, so... This is a really cool weapon, though, the Dragon Spear. It's the weapon he was using to fight us, but I always take spells first, and Lightning Storm is a pretty neat spell. And by neat, I mean it's fucking garbage. It's just not good. Tony, are you a collector? Define collector. Am I a collector of items in games? Yes. I mean, when I play Dark Souls 3, when I play Skyrim and shit, I play it like a vacuum cleaner. Whenever I play video games, I always like to collect, like, all the items and shit like that. It's just the way I play. If you mean like a collector in real life, Yeah, I mean, kinda. I went through a phase where I collected old games and old consoles, so I just have like a huge storage of, you know, GameCube and PlayStation 2 and, you know, old shit. I have a copy of Shaq Fu over here on my right. Shaq Fu is some good shit. If you don't know, that's the Shaquille O'Neal fighting game. It's top tier, you know. If you could find me a better fighting game, I'd be impressed. So we're gonna go ahead. Basically, we're almost done with the game, guys. I'm not even kidding. Like, legitimately, we're almost done. Really, the only thing we have left is to continue in the final DLC, and then once we finish that, we're just done. Like, the game is over. Is Spicy Boy a neutral boy? Spicy Boy is a character who does everything for himself. Really, he's well, not for himself, but for the greater good of the adobo. Spicy Boy is a character who really, he's trying to make sure that the last flame of adobo can be rekindled, and he does everything that will get him to progress that goal. Fun fact, I don't know if I pointed this out last time when I came to this boss fight, but the Demon Prince's boss fight actually takes place in the ruins of Firelink Shrine from Dark Souls 1. I'm trying to see if I can find a good example of it. I think where you fall down into the boss fight is like the dead center of that area. If I could just remember where that is. Aha, it's over here, isn't it? There's like a little pentagram on the floor that tells you where you land. But this is the ruins, the Firelink Shrine from the first Dark Souls game. So, here we go. No, here we go, right here. Yeah. It's a little sad, but it's kind of cool. The area that we're in, this last DLC, is all about, like, the world ending and parts and pieces of the world coming together. Like, here we go. Here's the little tower. At the top of that tower, you could have gone to an area in Dark Souls 1. So it's pretty cool. Chaotic neutral? Yeah, chaotic neutral. You know? The fact that you have Shaq Fu is amazing. Shaq Fu is a fantastic, well-made game. And if you don't like it, then you probably just have bad opinions. Okay, what shows do you like to watch? Right now, I'm binge-watching The Amazing World of Gumball, because I've always heard that it was very good and never just got the chance to see it for myself. But it's legitimately a very good watch. Am I going to the wrong spot? Am I not doing what I'm supposed to? Oh, here we go. Display small envoy banner. I like that they do this twice. In the game. They do this once at the beginning, and then they do it later here. Your opinion doesn't matter. You can legitimately have bad opinions. I believe that you can have bad opinions. You can have them. That doesn't mean I'm not going to talk shit about them, alright? I always love having first-time people show up to my streams. It's always a fun time. I always love the questions you guys have. But, as for shows, I mean, I watch a lot of anime. I watch a lot of Western animation. It's probably easier to tell you what I don't like to watch, really. And this is the DLC! This is the Ringed City, because it is built in the shape of a ring. So this part of the game is pretty notorious. When this DLC first came out, this was the part of the game, I think, where everybody was just they just got mad. Like, everybody who was streaming this, everybody who was first time getting through the DLC was just like, what the fuck? Why would they do that? Alright, so you see that big boy over there? You see that big kind of thing? It's basically right where my penis helmet is pointing to. We just follow my penis helmet, and that's a giant sitting down, alright? Now that's the Arbiter. That guy's name is the Arbiter of Giants, and he's a fucking dick. That is a guy who single-handedly destroyed an army, then raised up their ghosts to fight with him. So it kind of sucks. We're gonna have to fight that army. Now this is the thing where everybody was super like, what the fuck, why would they put this here? You'll see in a second. I'm preparing you for the bullshit. Hello.
Look. They brought thee here, did they not? Dost thou the gods serve, or merely that role affect?
Yes?
A lie. A wretched scheme is known to me. I'm the Darks. Why else give rest?
Well, if you're just not gonna believe whatever I tell you, then maybe don't be a dick about it. How about that? So pay very close attention to the immense levels of bullshit that we're gonna have to deal with. The second you step onto this stairwell, if you notice at the corner over there, the Arbiter's standing up. Now, I'm not even gonna let you see it, I just want you to hear it. Now, you're gonna see it now. Every fucking archer shoots at you, and they all do like a zillion damage, and if you get hit, you're basically fucked. So everybody just steps down the stairs and instantly gets shot. By the way, that armor set we just picked up is like the best armor set in Dark Souls 2. And if they didn't put it in 3, I was gonna be pissed, but they did, so I'm happy. Oh shit. Oh god. So you'd walk down the stairs and they'd instantly all shoot you and you just die. And every person who was like streaming Dark Souls or like playing through it got to this part, got to this part, and they just got fucked, and it was hilarious. Now, of course, there is a way to survive, which is to go this way instead. Now, let me tell you the worst part. You know the worst fucking part of all of this? The worst fucking part of all of this is the fact that that Arbiter over there, he respawns. So even if you somehow manage to get up there. By the way, if you get near him, he spawns them right next to you, and then they fucking shoot you at point blank range. Also, they're ghosts, so you can't hurt them. So good luck. Good fucking luck is all I have to say to you. This fucking guy, even if we manage to fight him and win, the Arbiter respawns. Who thought this was a good idea? What was their plan? To be a shit. So you can actually just run by him, which is the preferable option in terms of what we're gonna do. Because there's a bonfire right around the corner here, and it's just kind of, this guy's a spooky boy.
Forsaken, I speak of thine kind and mine. Behold this city. We are kindred.
He looks pretty
like
cute,
two
don't you
eyes
think?
Which gaze upon the other. Fear not the dark, my friend, and let the feast begin.
Does he give you a good drop at least? He allows you to like go around the bridge and not get shot. And there are, I forgot that you're there. Oh no! No, no, no! You almost had me there, you sneaky bitch. There are items on the bridge that are good. And I do think he might drop a Titanite slab, but I'm not sure. Either that or his drops are just garbage. You'd give him a smooch? I'd give that guy I'd give that boy a smooch. Like if that boy asked me, Tony, would you give him a smooch? You know, would you give me a smooch? Yeah, I'd smooch him. I wouldn't even answer him. I would just straight up give him a smooch. You see that disgusting bile-ridden swamp? We're gonna go down there, by the way. And it's gonna be fun. Excuse me. Could you fuck right off, please? Thank you. Thank you. So we're gonna go back over and fight the Arbiter now that we have a bonfire nearby. It should be a little easier coming from... Oh, hey! I didn't know that there was a boy left. You think that you're really fucking clever. Are you trying to Sunlight Yellow overdrive me right now, bud? Because that's not happening. What was the name of that cutie? Those guys are called... Fuck, they have a specific name. They all share one name. And I don't know what their name is at the moment, I apologize. So let's just call them Harbingers. I think they're called Harbingers of the Dark. Now these things are basically bugs of the Abyss, and their entire purpose is to beckon over humans to the dark side and be like, oh, come and join the Abyss, we've got cookies. But the thing is that these guys also eat humans, so instead of beckoning them to the Abyss, like to what they're supposed to do, they just call people over and then eat them. So they're really bad at their job, which I think is kind of adorable. Also, they're pretty handsome, you know? I think they're handsome. Here's the best part, where he summons boys right on top of you. Ah, there we go, they're the archers. So, the archers are the one you gotta worry about, not everything else. Everything else is kind of easy to deal with. Like the melee range people, easy peasy lemon squeezy. I can deal with that guy all day. Not so much dealing with the archers, though. Oh, shit. Oh, nice. Another melee. We could have stayed and fought that. Oh! Could you imagine being a first-time player not knowing that this guy summons ghosts, and also not knowing that he summons ghosts when you get next to him? At first, when I got here, I thought that that guy was friendly. I thought I could talk to him to tell him to stop. Little did I know, if you walk up to him, he bitch slaps your ass, and it takes like half your health. It's insane. Hello, spooky skeletons covered in wood. Goodbye, spooky, flammable skeletons. Are they gonna drop anything? So now we can freely explore this. He gives you a divine blessing, which is admittedly not a very good reward, but there is stuff over here. I guess a hidden blessing and a divine blessing are both pretty good, but there's stuff all over this bridge, so we're going to want to head and go and collect this. By the way, it is impossible to collect any of these items unless that guy is dead, because if you attempt to collect these items while there are ghosts here, they will shoot you from behind, from the side, from the front. Even with a fucking great shield, you cannot block it. Because they will shoot you so much that it will go through your stamina, and then you won't be able to hold your shield anymore, and then you'll just fucking die, dude. Like, instant death. It's bad. How much damage are you doing with your hot sword? A lot. I do quite a bit of damage, admittedly. Now, the good thing about this sword is that it goes through shields, and it's also just solid, just straight fire damage, and it scales with my... you know, it scales much better than a normal weapon would. The thing that's also great about this is that it has 0 weight, so I can carry around heavy armor and stuff, and it's also directly influenced by my Witch's Ring and my Great Swamp Ring, which both increase my damage. So my Flame Sword does a lot of damage. I'm almost at the max amount of damage I can do with it. I just... Oh no! Nope, I actually fully leveled up. I'm level 120. I cannot go any higher than that. I could, but I'm not going to because the meta for this game is that you go to 120 and you stop, so... This is as much damage as I'll ever do, really. Which is pretty cool. Someone defeated all the Dark Souls games with a broken sword. I've seen someone play Dark Souls games with a Guitar Hero controller. Someone, I think, set up bananas attached to wires and played it. One person played it using just their fists. And two-handing and no rolling. Like, people like to do crazy I beat Dark Souls with this runs, and I think that's pretty fun. Like, I would never watch them because I just don't have the time to do that, plus I played these games so much that I don't have interest in watching others play it because I play it so much. But no, I definitely think all that shit is cool, though. Every time I tell you guys that we're going to do something, you imagine me as some sort of tour guide. Dark Souls is an interesting game because you can play it a lot like a tour, you know? I think the fun of this game for streaming is that you're basically taking someone through a journey of a very deep and interesting world. Like, look at that view. I can tell you all about the shit that's there. You see that thing over there? I'll tell you what that thing is in 1 second. We just gotta talk to Lap, who's the best boy. I don't know if you guys remember on the last stream, or not the last one, but maybe the previous one or two. We met Lap, who's pretty much the best boy in the game. He's so fucking nice. Let's talk to him again.
Well, fancy meeting you here. A true blessing that we should seek the same place and find ourselves standing here together. I've got the last of my brew. Let's have our own little toast with it. To my search, and to your duty, and to the joy that lies before us. All right then. Bottoms up.
He's such a cute boy. But why is it specifically level 120? Level 120 gives everybody just enough stats to make a quality build. Now, a quality build is named after Demon Souls. The quality builds in Demon Souls were essentially you would put 40 stats. You would put 40 stats into strength and 40 into dexterity, and then you would pick a weapon that scales with both strength and dex. That way it maximizes the amount of damage you do. So that's what a quality build kind of is. In like the most basic sense of the word. It's a little more complicated than that. Being level 120 gives you just enough stats where you can do all of this and you can make any sort of build with 120 stat points. And it's just sort of even for everybody, and it's a fair playing field. Now, the meta in this game is entirely dictated by the players. Now, the meta for Dark Souls 1 was level 120. The meta for Dark Souls 2 was a lot higher because there were actually more stats than just these. There were more stats in Dark Souls 2. So Dark Souls 2 meta was I believe 150 or 140 was the level meta for that game. And then Dark Souls 2 is back to 120. 125 is kind of like, you know, what you do. Tony, will this cutie die? I've told you guys before, Lap is a cute boy, and I'm not going to reveal his story because he has a good story. And I'm not going to tell you whether or not he dies. He's just a good boy, and you gotta love him. Now, his whole story is that he's lost his memory. He's lost his memory, and he's trying to find it back. And the only way to do that is to find some sort of stone that will give you all of your memories and stuff back. And it's right over there. You see that big sort of statue-y thing next to that tree, basically right where my penis hat is pointing. Again, where my penis hat is pointing. Right there. He's trying to get over there, and if we can find that for him and tell him that it's there, then he'll give us a reward. So we kinda gonna do that, obviously, because I love him. Ooh. He better not fucking die. If you have to ask that question, then he probably dies. I'm not gonna reveal to you whether or not he dies, guys. I told you, it's all part of the experience of the DLC. You gotta learn and find out. Whoop. It's a useful hat. It really is. Like, it's penisy, it gets the ladies' attention, it makes me look really fucking good. It's just a good hat, you know? Everything about it. The poor boy's lost his memory. He lost his memory. It's honestly a very sad tale, you know? He's such a nice guy, and he really just needs to find his memory. That's his entire story, and I hope he finds it, you know? If he finds it, I'd be a happy guy. There's one other... There you are! Alright, so get ready for the most annoying enemy in the game. Well, they're not the most annoying, but they're kind of annoying. The Ringed Knights! Look at them with their ringed chest plates. Fuck you. Oh, do you not like taking damage? That's what I thought. I'm just checking, you piece of shit. Also, we can collect their armor. They drop that really cool looking armor, so that's cool. Is the cutie boy actually a bad boy? Well, his life kind of changes when he figures out who he was, you know? See you later, Brightside. Thanks for stopping by. His life kind of changes. I'm definitely not gonna... I'm not gonna lie to you guys and tell you that his story doesn't change, but he definitely changes. For the better or for the worse is really up to you. It depends on how much you liked him regularly. But it's an interesting transition. It's a deep and pretty emotional story. I don't know if I'd put it... It's not as good as Onion Bros. I'm gonna be honest with you. Onion Bros story, I think, is one of the best in the Dark Souls series in general. Onion Bro from this game, not from the first game. You know, these fucking guys are the worst. No, oh, I can't kick! I can't kick with this sword! That is so bad! Oh, fuck. If you can't kick, you can't beat these guys. How do I beat them? Oh, fire damage goes through. Fire damage goes through it. Okay, so these guys, their whole thing is that they hibernate and then gain all their health back. And you have to kick them to roll them over so they don't heal. But I can't kick because this sword does a little like quick step. What do you mean? No, don't get me wrong. Like, I think the first Onion Bro in Dark Souls 1 has an amazing story. I think it's great. I think Big Hat Logan's story is amazing too. I just kind of prefer the story in this one. If only because I think the ending is very, very sad with him basically trying to kill his best friend. That's the entire story, you know? Like, that is enough for me to really just enjoy the sadness of his tale. Alright, so it's good to know that basically I can almost one-shot these guys. I just have to dodge his bullshit. Nice. Hey, big boy. Whoop. These guys are actually pretty hard to fight if you don't know their little roll into them trick. I'm glad I do. So let's go ahead and do this. Onion Boy is best boy. I want you to do a playthrough with the penis hat and a soul arrow. You know, I don't actually like sorcery in this game. I'm really not a fan of it. But I would totally be down to do a run with the lightning arrow. Now, I actually really do love the lightning arrow builds. I'm a big sucker for faith builds. The problem is I like doing combat-oriented faith builds, and faith builds are really meant for more of a support role in this game than they are, you know, damage. But the penis hat is just good. Like, my costume, I'm very happy with how my costume is. Like, it gives me armor, it makes me look fucking good. I got a penis hat. Like, I think the penis hat, I don't know if I like this more or less than my my Dragon Ball Xenoverse character with his fedora. I don't know if it's as good as Good Guy's equipment, but it definitely makes me happy. Alright, I am not in the mood to fight this guy, so... Oh, shit. Yep. Pyromancy gets the most unique spells. Since Dark Souls 1 was my first game, I didn't really understand complicated builds until the very end, and by the time I really understood them fully, I was, you know, Dark Souls 2 was already on the horizon, so I was more preparing for that game. Dark Souls 2, since the day it came out, I have been a pyromancer in Dark Souls 2, and I really love pyromancy in Dark Souls 3. I think it's great. Nothing tops the Spicy Pope. I did like when my character was a Spicy Pope. I think that the Spicy Pope was definitely a top-tier costume in terms of all of the clothes that Spicy Boy has worn so far. Hello.
Speak thee the name of God, thine own God, if thou canst recall.
Gwyn.
Ah, then thou'st not forgotten. Perhaps 'tis why we may converse. I am known as Shira. Servant baked as the fire waneth.
So, here's the issue with talking to this, cutie girl. Is that these boys are real big! Oh god! And, they really don't like friends. As I mentioned before, these boys definitively do not like friends. So, how did he poise through that? How did he poise through that? He shouldn't have been able to poise through that, boys. Oh, hello. Please, fall down. Please, fall down. My big friend, fall down, please. Hey, bud. How you doing? How you doing? You're looking really nice today. Whoa! Hey, hey. You're looking good. Cut your hair? Hey, hey. Oh! Okay. Okay, so here's the important thing. We're gonna be doing a lot of falling from high up, so it's beneficial to put on the cat ring from here. Okay. Yep. Does it make me a millennial piece of trash for liking avocado as much as I do? I mean, you can enjoy avocado, that doesn't make you a millennial piece of trash. I don't know, do you say things like, it's lit AF in real life? Because if you do, that's a little bit of a problem that has less to do with being a millennial, but I think being a millennial is directly related to that. That was way cooler in my head. Up until I actually executed the move, and then suffered. Please do not hurt me. Ow! Fuck you! Fuck you two! Everybody's just being rude today. Alright, here's the trick. We need to jump on them from up above. That's really the main way that you damage these boys. So what I need to do is plan for one of them to come. Oh, they're both coming this way. That's bad. No, 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 no. Fall down, fall down, fall down, fall down. Fall down. There we go. Get shit on. Dead. Alright, let's run. I don't like avocados, says Skywing. I don't like avocado either. It's just not for me. No, but Trevor says it's lit unironically. I'm just saying, if your friends are saying it's lit unironically, it's a, you know, just stop it. I'm gonna fall down now. Yeah, that's what I thought, big boy. Woo! I'm trying to think, like, how can you determine whether or not you're you know, shit tier millennial? You know, I can say as a shit tier millennial. Do a playthrough with only stuff you get from enemies and NPCs. That is actually a pretty neat playthrough. You know, originally, I've planned this playthrough since the beginning. Like when I first started streaming Dark Souls 3, I had a goal in mind the entire time. That goal was to do a playthrough using this specific weapon and to do it with pyromancy. So I'm pretty happy that I basically went through the entire first half of this game sucking fat dick because I didn't have any good weapons or anything. But now I've actually got good weapons and shit, so that makes me a happy guy. Let's grab this. The good thing about this DLC is there's Titanite chunks everywhere, which is lovely. Now let's go back and talk to that cutie girl. Let's go back here.
Thou'st a kind heart.
Thanks.
It is no surprise.
Yeah.
May I ask thee a kind? Perhaps thou'st beheld the lone dragon that inhabited this city. Medir is his name, and the arch-dragons are his forebears. He once railed against the dark, was by dark afflicted. Now here, returned, he remaineth, to watch over the sleeping princess, true to the old accord, before the dark consumeth him, and his vows are forgot.
Yeah.
I offer my sincerest pleas.
You're welcome.
I have asked a thing most terrible of thee.
So, this is kind of a misleading part of the game. So, Dark Eater Medir is a dragon corrupted by the darkness, and he's basically the last dragon, alright? He's the last dragon, period, by the end of this game, and she's kind of buddies with him and is asking us to track him down. And then once we track him down, and we come back here, she'll be like, oh, thanks for tracking him down. And then if we kill him, she gets mad. Like, she leads us to this dragon, and then, you know, like, if we kill him, she gets all pissy about it. So, it's really weird. Like, the way she talks about him is kind of misleading, I guess. It's, you know, to me, I don't know. Maybe I didn't analyze what she was saying enough to really fully understand it. I always thought that originally she was asking me to kill Medir. You know, like out of kindness or just because he's a dragon. But really, that's her buddy and she doesn't want him to die. But then she just leads us to him like, no shit, I'm gonna fucking kill him. I'm the goddamn Ash. Like, I'm the Ashen one. You expect me not to fight a fucking dragon? Are you kidding me right now? It's like getting upset when... Oh, no. It's like getting upset when Darth Vader force chokes someone and you let him to, like, Princess Leia and he starts force choking everybody in the room. Like, no shit, he's gonna do that. He's Darth Vader. I don't know. It's like having the One Ring in your hand and, like, bringing Gollum over and being upset when he tries to take it from you, you know? I don't know why I can't stop looking at your penis hat, because now that I've told you it's a penis hat, it immediately becomes, like, 10 times better. You know? Like, the more you look at it, you realize that it is 100% a penis. And the fact that I built my character to look like a ginormous ballsack makes it, you know, like how can you argue that you're literally just looking at my dick and balls right now? That's how I built this character. I should have named this guy Dick and Balls instead of Spicy Boy, you know? Can I call the penis hat a dickle? You know, I feel like you should call it a dickle, and anybody who wears one is called a dickler. I just think the word dickler is funny. Dick Diggler. Dickler. Alright, let's go back there and try and fight that boy again. I don't know if you noticed, we were also invaded. This is actually a really, really sad section of the game right now. I'm about to show you why. I don't know if I want to go this far in. Hey, bud. Oh. You died. Okay, we're actually pretty safe right now, so let's go ahead and fight you. He's actually pretty easy to counter, if only because his shield doesn't have very much stamina, but we got range, so easy peasy. Ring Knight Hood! Oh, cool! His helmet is actually pretty cool. Okay, so, the invasion It should look very familiar to you guys if you watched my stream before and you know what's going on. Let me explain to you what he is really once we find him. Invade me. So, that's the Seeker of the Spurned. He's gonna look real familiar once we actually figure out where he is. Where does he spawn again? I think he spawns over here. Let's try and find him. He's gonna look very familiar to those of you who've watched my streams before. Hello! Hello, Alva! What are you doing here? Not looking for your daughter, I see. So as I mentioned before, this guy was looking for his daughter, who is Carla, and who we found, right? And he died basically not figuring out how to get into her cell. Now, what I also meant to tell you guys, last time I discussed this guy, is that Alva had a wife. Obviously, if he has a daughter, he had a wife, and he loved his wife and his daughter more than anything. And he really loved his daughter because basically she's exactly like his wife, you know? She's corrupted by the dark, much like his wife is. And he's a little sad about that. So last time we fought him, he was guarding his daughter. Last time we fought this boy, he was guarding his daughter. And he drops the worst ring in the game, unfortunately for him. Guess who he's guarding this time? It looks like he spawned in front of this corpse. That's his wife. He died, looking for his wife. And in death, he kind of just sort of protects his wife. And we killed him. We killed that boy who was guarding his wife's corpse. And not only did we take his rings, then we took her clothes, and we're just gonna leave. If anything, we're the bad guy here. It's very sad. It's a good example of Dark Souls. It's a really good example of Dark Souls telling story through putting items in locations and enemies being in very specific sections. Like, he wasn't there just because. He was there because he was guarding his wife's corpse, and it's pretty sad, you know? Like, it's a legitimately sad story. Oh, fuck. Where is this? Where am I getting attacked from right now? Whoa! Oh, shit. Oh! I thought I was safe until I wasn't, and then everything got bad. Oh, please. Please, let me live. I have a... Oh, no! He almost jumped me there. That would have been rude of him. Hey... Oh, no! I got hit by both of them at once. You really shouldn't run by enemies in this game, but here I am doing it. Dark Souls is angsty as hell, it really is. It's like Mr. Freeze. Yeah, it is exactly like Mr. Freeze. We're pretty much heroes who didn't do nothing. Yeah, that's another reason why a lot of people like the Dark Souls games. Is that we're not playing as some sort of hero of, you know, of all time. We're the best hero ever, you know. We're not playing as some guy who's playing like during the Dragon Wars when all the shit's happening. I think the appeal of Dark Souls is that it's a world that's basically dead or dying, you know? We're here when everything else already happened and we're just kind of watching it, and it's really sad and depressing. I don't know if you'd describe our character as a hero. He really isn't. He's just a guy who's lucky enough to get as far as he does, you know? That's really all he is. Like, there's tons of people like us. There's tons of other, you know, champions of Ash or whatever. There's tons of us. I'm just the only one who made it this far. I'm really not that special. I'm just a guy who's really lucky in the end. Oh, fuck, there's so many of them. I can't see! Please. Nope! Here's the fun part. Ow! Fuck! That's the best part. Here's the other best part, where everything is really high curse, and if I am not careful, then I'll die to curse. And if I don't die to curse... Oh god, I'm stuck! They pushed me into a hole and I'm fucked! Those sneaky bitch! Sneaky bitches! Do you see that? More than one. Ah. We need a Dark Souls 4 soon. There probably won't be one for a while. Like I mentioned earlier in the stream, they're gonna be working on Phantom Whale. I should probably just stop trying to run through everything. It's such a bad idea, just don't do it. Did you see that one fucking guy? He just pushed me into a corner. He just fucking straight up pushes my character into a corner and then just stands there so I can't move. Like, I probably could have fought him, but then I would have just fucking died to the big guys. That was... oh. You're not special and you could be replaced by anyone. Dark Souls Life Simulator. Really, though. Alright, let's try this out one more time. Hello, strange thing, boy. These are clerics, by the way, if you're wondering. I know, they look just like clerics. When I say the word cleric, I'm sure these are the guys that come to your head. Alright, so let's try this one more goddamn time. This time I can just run straight over there. Hey! Whoop! Aha! Alright, now we gotta get through without dying to curse. That's the tough part. There's gonna be a boy over here on our left. You gotta be careful not to die to him either. He's gonna attack us in a second. Hey, bud! Whoop! Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. These Harbingers of the Dark kind of tell like a weird story, but we're not going to focus too much on it. They're kind of scattered about. It's hard to find all of them. Not that it's hard to find all of them, but find them and not die while we're looking over here. Oh shit. So, there is quite a few items in this disgusting swamp. Tons of enemies everywhere. The main thing is we need to get to the bonfire that's over here before we do anything. Look at these tiny bugs. They all have tiny faces. I don't know if you're looking. These tiny bugs have faces on them because they're fucking disgusting. Hey, bud! Bye! Please don't attack me. Oh, he did. Like a rude boy. See ya, chump. The chumpster. Which NPC do you think is the hardest to fight? That would most likely be the NPC in... do you mean in this game or in general? In Dark Souls 2, it's the priest who spawns in... she's in a little room and she just Wrath of the Gods you to death. I don't know if I want to take this guy with me. No, I won't take him with me. In Dark Souls 3, in terms of NPCs that you're fighting, it's... I don't know, I don't think the NPCs in Dark Souls 3 are challenging in the slightest, if only because you can cheese all of them in certain ways, you know? Oh no, I'm out of Prism Stones, or I have too many, I should say. So... this big area has tons of items, tons of shit in it. Stop whispering, you're freaking me out. Tons of shit in it, so we're gonna have to go through and find all of it. Because you guys know how I am, I'm all about finding all those items. And we're gonna start with this one right here, which is the White Preacher Hood. Now if you thought my penis hat was good, whew! You ain't seen nothing yet, here. Where is it? Oh, it's the last item. Now that's a face! Now that is a face! Only a mother could love. Do you see that? Now that is a face. Only a mother could love. And we're just gonna wear this for a little bit, because why the fuck not? I'm gonna try and grab all these items. Now this area has tons of shit in it. It's got tons of different enemies. Everywhere. Oh! Speak of the devil. All of them kind of whisper to you, and they're creepy as fuck. They come out of the dirt. They're just literally just awful. There's a giant in the middle of the fucking area. By the way, remember that first giant summoning ghost? Yeah, he does the same fucking thing. So you better be prepared for that. Also, he respawns, so don't even fucking try and fight him. Because he's just gonna come back once you inevitably die. There's a reason that people love invading in this area. The reason is because it's so easy to die just without invaders fucking you, you know? So let's go this way. I do like my penis hat more, though. As much as I do enjoy the stupid face on this hat, yes, we did just pick up an arm as a weapon. You are not blind or misseeing things. That was, in fact, an actual preacher's arm. That's what they're called, Preachers of the Abyss. We just picked up one of their arms, which is a staff for catching... Oh! It's a staff for casting sorcery spells. And it's actually really good. I will show you what it can do. It can do a really cool move. Dragon's over there. But we do not have the time to do that. Whoa! Okay. See you later, Matilda. Thanks for dropping by. Alright, let me put on my penis hat because not having it makes me upset. So, you see that up there? We need to get up there. You see this? Show your humanity. The only way to do it's kind of a side quest. It's like the only side quest in the entire game. But I'm gonna show you how to do it. I know, we gotta go out to the swamp first. For this to work, I think. Doesn't work unless you're out here. So essentially what we need to do is cast... this will turn us into a humanity, which we can now walk back over to that thing. Please do not... Oh! I was afraid that you would be here and do that, you rude boy. Yeah, fuck you and your bullshit. Alright, let's try that again. No, not quite. Alright, now we gotta slowly waddle our ass back over. Slowly waddle our ass back over there. Literally walk. Let the feast begin. Get the fuck out of here. That guy struck me while I was in Chameleon, and he didn't even see me become a chameleon. That beetle boy was rude. So we gotta go back all the way over here. And a ladder will drop down. Pretty cool stuff. It's decently hard to figure that out, honestly. Waddles away. Oh my goodness. So the reason we did that is we need to come up here to find that statue thing I was showing you guys earlier, that Lap is looking for. It's all the way up here, so let's go ahead and find it. I love my tiny wings, by the way. I wish you could get the golden armor version of this that has the full wings. I think that'd be cool. I was always confused why killing the golden guys wouldn't give you the golden armor, you know? I was always upset about that. Now we're a worm boy. Let me show you what the preacher's arm does. It's a really cool staff. Like, I really love it. I might actually just start using it. Why not? Instead of just the regular one. Because this one is so fucking cool. It weighs the same also. That's awesome. Yep, works just like a regular one. But here's why it's so cool. If you do this with your left hand, you can do this. And if you spam it, you just stab people with trees. Now, they actually nerfed this weapon a fuckload. It used to be way faster, if I recall. They nerfed the speed on it, which really sucks. Because I don't think it's, you know, deserving of that. Because it's really not the strongest thing in the world, but people were using it to win in PvP fights, so it got nerfed pretty fast. I have a big hand. Oh, hello! Oh, fuck you and having your shield up during that. Hey, it'd be really cool if you fucking died, my guy. Oh, okay, no? You're not feeling it? Oh, shit. God, you whipped it like a weenie. Oh, shit! Oh! No! No! I forgot that the ghosts spawn! Oh, shit! Oh, man. We have no need for a big bazooka right now. All are welcome in my chat, guy. My stand! That guy just summoned his fucking stand and beat the shit out of me. My stand, Hammeroni Jabroni, has no weakness. I mean, technically it doesn't have a weakness. Like, I can't do anything. Did we win? No. We lost. We fucking lost that hard, boys. That wasn't even like a, did I lose because I was out, like I was outplayed? That was just me being shitty. Oh my god. My fucking stand. I wish I had a stand. I need a stand to beat these fuckers. Alright, round 2, bitch. Ember restored. You bet your ass it was. Alright, come back! Come back, you jabroni! Fuck you. Didn't have a shield up that time. Oh, are you gonna whiff your shot? Yeah, you are. Whoop! Easy peasy. That guy didn't even summon his stand. Oh, cool. I got his armor, though. So there's gonna be a giant. He's gonna be right here. But that's a trick, because there's a boy over there. You really don't want to have to fight him. Oh, where'd they spawn? Oh! Oh, it's the wizards, and they summon black magic! And there used to only be one of them, but now it summons 3, I guess? I only remember there being 1 before. Put your shield down, you dingus! Alright, fuck you. I'll go kill your giant boy, then. I don't need this. Eat some fire, my guy. It's your favorite, right? Whoop! Oh, shit! Oh god, my stand! Oh god, not the arrows. Anything but the arrows. I will take Spear Boy over here over those arrows, please. Oh god. Please. Please. There's so much shit going on. Oh! Alright, alright. Fucking ghosts are done. Another divine blessing. Good shit. Okay. See you later, Swag Machine. Thanks for dropping by. Alright. That ain't gonna work. Ow. Oh, I forgot my kick doesn't work. Need to heal up. I don't think I can fight this guy and actually win, so I'm probably just gonna bounce, really. Yeah, we only really need to go down that way. I don't think there's any sort of shortcut or anything around here, but... What do you do while you're not playing video games? If I'm not playing video games and streaming them, then I'm usually editing. I'm usually editing a video for the channel. Or... Really, I don't do too much. I don't have much spare time. I guess that's not true anymore. Normally my answer would be doing schoolwork, because I would always be doing schoolwork, but my college year just ended, so pretty much in terms of what I'm doing, I really don't have that much to do, you know? Right, this is the way we want to go. Pretty much all I do these days is I have tons of time to stream, so I'm doing that. It's the summer, so I'm trying to go on a lot of summer adventures. It's my birthday tomorrow, actually, so I'm pretty excited. I'm going on some sort of surprise birthday adventure that was planned for me. I actually don't know what it is, so I'm pretty excited for that. I never really make a good deal, or a big deal, of my birthday, so this is the first year where someone else is making it a big deal for me, which is really nice of them. Something else. Whoop. Oh no, the stream went down for a second. That was weird. That was a little weird. Okay, so this is the Purging Monument. It does a few things. God, what does this do? Right. It reverses hollowing. I know it does that. It also, if you kill an NPC, that counts as a sin. You can remove your sins here. And this guy can also respawn a certain boss in the game. So that you can always come back and fight him. I don't know why they didn't do it so we can respawn all the bosses in the game, but he can only respawn one of them, which is pretty nifty. So that's a really cool thing that he can do. I think I can make this jump if I run it, but now that we've found the monument is the important thing, we can now go tell Lap where it is, and if we tell Lap where the monument is, then he will get his memory back, which is really nice of us. So you're not streaming tomorrow. I will most likely not be streaming tomorrow, but I do plan to stream a lot today to make up for my lack of streaming tomorrow. I don't stream every day of the week, but I do try to stream as much as I can. Get fucked, kid. Ah, this guy was talking to us earlier. So, Lap is gonna be very close by. There's actually a few things we need to do here. Let's go right first. We'll come back, double back, and go left, because Lap is over there. But we want to go this way first. Your birthday is the 1st of June? That's really cool. Yeah, the 1st of June is my birthday. It's also my sister's birthday, but we're not twins. That's a really interesting fact about myself, and by extension, my sister. My sister and I share the same exact birthday, but we're born on completely different years. Which is, I always thought that was pretty weird. I wanted a brother for my birthday, right? And I didn't get a brother, I got a little sister. Like, I had to leave my Chuck E. Cheese birthday party with my cousin to go to the fucking hospital, and what do they have? Not a little brother, I got a goddamn little sister. I mean, I was happy at the time, but looking back on it now, I could have made some mad tokens that day, you know? I could have made some mad tokens. Instead, I had to go to the hospital to get the exact literal opposite of the gift I wanted. Literal opposite, I mean, come on. Jesus. Parents need to step it up. Nah. Oh, man. Fuck you, Leto. This guy actually has one of the best hammers in the game. That hammer actually has 80% block on it, so it's basically a shield, and you don't need shields with it. I don't know why this guy has one. He's really good at dodging shit, though. Well, he was, up until I two-shot him there. One more shot! One more shot! There we go. Sad baby Tony. Nah, from what I remember of that day, I was at Chuck E. Cheese with my cousin. My parents sent me there. My uncle had brought me to Chuck E. Cheese. I was with my cousin. We were, you know, doing what kids do at Chuck E. Cheese, having a good time, playing games, you know. I remember I was called out of the Playscape, which was my shit, by the way. I loved the Playscape when I was a kid. I went to the Playscape, and I was called out of it by my uncle, and I was rushed to the hospital because my sister had just been born, like halfway through the day on my birthday, so that was my gift, really, from my parents, which is exactly what I wanted, sort of. I wanted a little brother, specifically. But, I mean, a sibling is not a bad gift, you know? We don't have Chuck E. Cheese in the UK. That's a little sad. Except not really, because Chuck E. Cheese kind of sucks. Tell your wings to make you fly so you beat the game. I wish that my tiny wings could do something. But they do look nice. What do you guys have instead of Chuck E. Cheese? Because I'm certain that you guys have some sort of alternative. There's no way that the UK does not have some sort of alternative to Chuck E. Cheese. There's got to be something over there that's just got like cheap animatronics and shitty games, you know? As I've gotten older, I've become so fucking cynical, you know? Like, I can't go to arcades now because arcades are fucking expensive and I'm a poor college student, right? So first of all, I can't even afford to go to them. But if I'm going to go to one, I'm there to get tokens in the most optimal way humanly possible. And the most optimal way to get tokens for me is to play that game where you put the token in and then it shoots your token through like a little ski jump, and then it goes into little slots, and you get tokens or tickets or whatever based on that, right? So I just funnel all of my tokens into that and get as many tickets as I can, and then just buy whatever I can afford with tickets, you know? Like, I'm so fucking cynical. When I was a kid, I would have never done shit like that. You know, when I was a kid, I probably would have had a great time. I would have played the game and been like, oh shit, this is fun. Oh, gee willikers, or whatever the fuck I said when I was like 12. I don't know, dude. Oh god. That was bad. The easiest way to win a fight is to not get in it at all. Hey, buckaroo. It would be really cool if you fucked right off. That would be great. You and your butto over there, waddling around. I see his game. I see his strats. And shit. Oh. You know, I knew that happened the second I started throwing that, but I really couldn't take back my decision. One more hit. Yeah! The best games are on-rail shooters. Are they? Oh, at arcades. I thought you were saying in general, and I was like, do people make those anymore? No, I mean, I used to love playing, like, the Terminator game. I always thought that was fucking good. You know, like, House of the Dead or whatever. That was always good shit. Shit, I'm taking so much curse damage right now. I I really gotta be paying attention. Have you heard of the Angry Video Game Nerd? My guy. My guy, let me tell you. I've been watching, well, I haven't watched him in literal years. If people ask me, have you heard of this YouTuber or this person, my answer is almost always no, because I don't have free time to watch other YouTubers. You know, any free time that would have been that back in the day is me streaming now. But of course I know about the Angry Video Game Nerd. I watched the Angry Video Game Nerd, I think, back when he released his 3rd or 4th video. You know, like, I watched him when he was OG. Like, original shit. Lap should be sitting right over here. Did I somehow fuck up his questline? Was I supposed to come here first and then tell him? I bet I fucked up his questline. This is upsetting. Oh, man. Those were the days. It's really funny, like, back in the day, a lot of kids these days, they don't understand, but back in the day, watching a video in, like, 240p with not the best audio, that was considered a privilege back then, you know? Like, if you release a video nowadays and it's not in HD, like, you're basically just a shitter. But back in the day, you know, like, a 240p video with audio that it really isn't that good, admittedly, that was a privilege, you know? Like, you were just excited to be on the internet back then. You were like, oh, fuck, a YouTube video, that's a novel idea. Yeah, like, everything was exciting. You know, like, anybody could, it was the Wild West of releasing videos. That's how people like the nerd thrived, you know? And then everybody suddenly started copying the whole, you know, angry reviewer shtick, and that, you know, that in and of itself is really old, you know? Like, people don't do it anymore because people just don't enjoy the whole angry guy yelling at a screen, you know? Like, James can do it, you know, AVGN can do it because he's the original person who does that, you know? Like, people want to see that. People get upset when he's not yelling, which is hilarious to me. But, nah, you can't do that anymore. Like, people are gonna call you a ripoff. Oh, fuck you. Have you guys seen the, Beyblade Twitter? Where they posted a fidget spinner, and they're like, this is the new season of Beyblade. And it was like, it was a fucking fidget spinner. I don't know why I thought of that just randomly. Oh, man. A lot of you guys don't understand, like, you'll say something like, oh, Game Grumps still do the whole angry yelling thing, or JonTron does it, or this, or that person, Angry Joe does the whole angry yelling thing. No, you guys don't understand. They really don't. They're honestly pretty tame. To watch AVGN back in the day, now that was angry, alright? Nowadays, it's like upset Jose, you know, that's what you should call Angry Joe, like, mildly perturbed Pedro. That's more like an accurate statement. I just really like when people change Angry Joe's name to be something really weird, but legitimately though, like, reviewers nowadays aren't angry. It's just not their thing anymore. People don't really want to watch that. Lucky, calm down. He's barking. Somebody must have come home. So people don't really want to watch that anymore. But James back in the day was angry, you know, like he'd literally take a shit on a game. Like, you don't see that anymore, you know? It's out of style, out of date. So I think this is the end. We're gonna go through the swamp in the next episode. Maybe fight the dragon, maybe not, we'll see. We're definitely gonna fight a mini-boss, because he's in the swamp. So I'll see you guys on the next episode. I hope you guys had a fantastic time. And I'll see you guys later.